Thank you for coming. Yes, patient listening is very important. So, first I thank you and let me start my presentation. So, life and yoga. I am Rajendiran. Rajendiran, I am Okay. Objective of the section is very simple. I am giving a simple introduction, that's all. What is yoga? We talk about so many yogas. As an engineer, we are always interested in classification, types, and advantages and disadvantages. Let me see, something is going to be there here. And so life consists of 4 parts actually. Normally they say 4 parts of the life. In another language they say brahmacharya, that is the bachelor life, and then we have a family life that's called as karma yoga, pragastha they say, and then we have third part is nothing but it is written as vanaprastham, that is the life which we have in our forest, and then we have the final part of the life is called as sannyasa. So these 4 parts were there earlier. Nowadays we are not going to the 3rd and 4th part, we are using only 1st and 2nd part. And it is necessary that we have to do all the 4 parts. Let me tell you a little later how we can complete that. Okay? So similarly yoga, if you take yoga, we have 4 parts. First part is the bachelor life is called as bhakti yoga. That is called as nambiki. So we simply believe. So I am going to tell you about everything in detail. So second part of the life is that yoga is called as karma yoga. Karma yoga, where we have a lot of actions. So as a family man, we have a lot of duties, responsibilities, we have a lot of actions. And then third one is a very, very important thing, that is Raja Yoga. This is not the yoga, we are all practicing. In different organizations are teaching a lot of practices, which comes under the third part of the yoga, Raja Yoga. So the final part is nothing but the Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is nothing but the intellectual thing. So let me tell you one after another in detail. So definition of yoga. Yoga means yoga is different from asanas. Those who have learned everything might have known this. Yoga is different from asana. What we practice is asana. The term yoga means union. Union between mind and body, and between body and mind, and between mind and life force. Life force na உயிர். அது டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ணிருக்கோம். மனம், உடல், உயிர். இது மூணுத்துக்கும் ஒரு இணக்கமான விஷயம் தான் வந்து யோகா. மூணு ஒன்னோட ஒன்று ஒன்றி இருக்கணும். இப்போ தனித்தனியாக இருக்குன்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா எஸ், now it is being separated. Because sometimes we say, where did I keep my pen? Where did I keep my cell phone? Nowadays it is very easy to lose cell phone and very easy to find out. Because in our home, we place our cell phone somewhere, we simply call it from another number and we are finding out. Which means that we kept our cell phone somewhere, isn't it? Only our body has done it, but our mind was thinking something else. Am I right? So it was not union, it was not united, therefore we forget it actually. So the first one, so Bhakti Yoga is again Bhakti Yoga. Okay, I told you, Bhakti Yoga is emotions, simple belief system, and Karma Yoga is actions. In Raja Yoga we have these things. Ashtanga Yoga is there. Ashtanga Yoga is nothing but 8-fold yoga. That is what decided by Patanjali. Saint Patanjali some thousands of years back. It was designed. And then Hatha Yoga is nothing but simple exercises. Simple in terms of asana, they perform everything. That is sun and moon. There is a positive and negative. Positive and negative is nothing but right breath and left breath are combined together, and they form some exercises that is called as Hatha Yoga. And Kundalini Yoga, some of you may be knowing that Kundalini Yoga is nothing but we have Kundalini energy in our root chakra. That energy is being raised to our Sahasrara or Anya chakra, and then we perform something. So that is called as Kundalini Yoga. To raise Kundalini, we have plenty of methods. Even if you do super brain yoga, the so-called super brain yoga is nothing but a simple top garam. So top garam potale Kundalini Shakti rise up. That is there. But a lot of other techniques are also there. The Kriya Yoga is one yoga where we are cleaning all the chakras in our body. we have 7 chakras, 7 main chakras in our body. Apart from 7 main chakras, we have a lot of other chakras. In our language, we say this chakras, but in English it is called as what? Anybody can say that? Chakras in our language are called as endocrine glands. In English it is called as endocrine glands. This is scientific term. But our terms are only chakras. We have root chakras, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Visuddhi, and Agna chakra. So 6 or 7 chakras, 6 main chakras and 7 chakras is there. So what they do is in Kriya Yoga, they just by means of some exercises, they purify these energy centers. So once the pot is so pure, then there is a flow of energy. That's all. So once there is a obstruction, then the energy cannot flow from down to up. So in the Kriya Yoga, by means of some techniques, they are simply purifying the chakras. Therefore, the energy centers are clean and it's clean. Therefore, the energy automatically rises from root chakra to Sanskara. That is the difference between Kriya Yoga and Kundalini Yoga. In Kundalini Yoga, the people are rising with the help of another person. Another very well experienced person is rising the Kundalini of another person by means of touching. So there are a lot of techniques for initiation. One is called as touching. So apart from this, there are a lot of other yogas. Like we have, there are some yogas which I have not mentioned, but there are yogas. There are so many people teaching yogas. So many things are there. All the things which comes under this. So Jnana Yoga is also there. We will repeat this again. So in Bhakti Yoga, we don't ask questions. If you consider the life just 200 years back or 300 years back, we don't know what has happened. But actually, we people, our fathers, our forefathers, or the grandfathers have told us, we don't ask any questions to our parents, isn't it? That is, in bachelor life is concerned, in those days up to 13 or 14 years, the kids don't ask any questions to their parents. They simply believe. Whatever their elders said, they simply believe. They don't ask, they don't analyze also. At the age of, up to the age of childhood. So that is nothing but worshipping God. If you go to temples or if you go to any places where you are worshipping, you have to follow some traditions, you have to follow what they are saying. You are not there to ask questions. You simply believe whatever they say, you have to believe it. And you may understand why we have to do it, or if you don't understand, you can perform it. The final result is same. Only thing is, 100% belief must be there. There are people who are going to temple and the same people are doing some negative things also. That's why they are not getting the final result. Okay, what is the final result? Let me tell you finally. So, Karma Yoga is this is where I wanted to spend some time for us, because here we come. Under this Karma Yoga we are coming. As a student, you have a lot of karmas. As a teacher, I have some karmas. As a husband, I have some duties to perform in my life. As a father, I have to do something. So we have actions, we have a lot of activities, we have a lot of things to do in our life. So each and every part of our life, we have karma. Karma is nothing but actions. So those who are doing your action, for example, take any one example. If you take an example of a student, the student is preparing his own observation and record. When he is doing so, when his mind and body and all energies are together and performing his action, that is called as yoga. Is it very easy? But what do we do? Normally some students feel that, why should I write this record? Why should I write this? Why should I do this? This is very simple, that is very simple. This fellow is asking unnecessarily record. You see the other department, they are not asking records and observation. No, when such a mentalities are there, then his mind is in somewhere and what he is doing is something else. So there is no union. So the yoga is not performed. So yoga means that union, I told you. So you have to unite yourself, whatever action you do. You are listening here, you listen 100%. When you are doing something, you do 100% involved. This involvement we are getting for our entertainment. So when we are spending our time for entertainment, we have 100% involvement. Now you can see the cricket match, the viewers are seeing each and every ball properly. Everything they are listening. Now after that they can say everything when they are discussing with their friends. You know that particular over, in the ball, like the short attempt, everything they can say because there is a 100% involvement. The same involvement if you perform with your studies or if you perform with whatever action you do. Tomorrow if you may be going to a company where you will be working. So even that particular place, when you are 100% involved in your duties, you don't need to do any yoga. I am sure. So yoga is not that you have to do any one particular yoga. As a karma yoga, you can find a lot of people in karma yoga. You can see that sometimes they don't believe in God also. They don't say they are responsible for everything. They don't say it is our fate. Okay? They do their duties properly and they don't blame anybody else. Okay, that is the most important for karma yoga. And it's also with work with awareness, but without attachment. The pattern சொல்றாங்க இல்லையா, அது ஒரு சின்ன example recently here. What is the meaning of without attachment? You can see the mirror. Mirror is reflecting. So when we stand in front of the mirror, everything what we put in front of the mirrors are available inside the mirror. But it is not attached. Because as we leave, that image also disappears. So that is the without attachment we can perform the action. Because when we are doing some actions, when you do some actions, if you are thinking about the result, then you may not perform what is going to be done, what you are doing now. So that means that union is missing. So when union is missing, then we don't perform it 100% properly, that the result may not be proper. So when you are thinking about the result and if you do something in the now, you may not get achieve the result. Therefore, what is expected is in Dharma Yoga, do everything properly without any attachment. You may do anything. Anything you may do. But the result you are not going to bother. Then you can ask me, suppose if the people who are doing crime, they are also having 100% involvement. Isn't it? But whether they come for the Karma Yoga, let me tell you the answer at the end of the session. So individual become efficiency of the people can increase, develop the concentration will get developed, and selfless work. All these things are the same thing. And in Raja Yoga, this is where we have to concentrate more, because you can go to any organization, you can go, learn anything, but these 8 things are very, very important. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Vidyagara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So 8 things are there. So what is this 8 things? These all 8 things consist of, it's called as either Raja Yoga or Patanjali Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga or whatever may be the types of yoga. Okay? So all these 8 things will be there. Samadhi. Okay. The first one is Yama. Yama, Tamil is Yama. English some Yama. That's a social discipline. First one is Yadadana Sayyid. Don'ts. What are the don'ts we have? That's the first thing. But now what is the first thing is what is the question he asked? What did you take yesterday? What is the food you have taken yesterday? Okay, this food you have taken. Okay, today you are not feeling well. Don't take this food. So he is giving. First thing is what are the things you should not do. And then he started the medicine, isn't it? You can eat whatever you like. Nobody is going to say. Okay? So that is what is called as Yama, non-violence. Non-violence, truth. You have to follow non-violence and you have to speak truth and don't steal and accumulation of wealth, overwealth and defense and celebration. That brahmacharya, the last point. Niyamas, what are the things for personal discipline? And cleanliness in terms of mind as well as body, and happiness is what we have. We are very happy with the amount of crowd present here, isn't it? So we don't expect it. And self-study. So instead of saying he is not good, he is not doing that one, he is not doing this one, let me see what I can do. What I can do for this college, what I can do for my society. So there is nothing but dedication and surrender to God and work without selfishness. That's all. So first thing is EMAs and EMAs are nothing but what are the things you don't do, what are the things you should not do, what are the things you should do. That's the basics. Without this EMAs and EMAs, if you go to the third stage, that is called as asana. Then what will happen? Sir, I don't want to follow EMAs and EMAs. I will simply go to asanas and I will find out. Let me see what is happening. Because we are all very much interested in our health, so we are practicing any asanas. Asanas are nothing but the posture. Asanas are nothing but the posture. What is the position? What posture you are sitting? What is that you are doing? That is called as asana. So asanas are not only the exercise, it includes exercise and also the simple postures. You can see, somebody have told me that in Chinese everybody is taking food in Vajrasana. When they are taking food, they are sitting in Vajrasana position and they are taking food. I don't believe actually. It was, okay, they might have said for something else, some pain they might have said. But actually, it is true, because recently my son is watching a cartoon network, in which it's called as Hangama TV. In Hangama TV, there is a cartoon translated from Chinese language. So there, the height of the dining table is only 1 feet. You can imagine the height of the dining table, which is only 1 feet. 1 feet height. So they are sitting in Vajrasana and they are taking food. So which means that I understand, okay, then I started practicing those things. If at all I am not able to practice 1 hour yoga, at least I can practice some 10 or 20 minutes of Vajrasana while I am eating. Okay, I am trying to do that. Mostly I am also able to do. So asanas, you can see that how many asanas are there? Can anybody say? I don't know, thousands of asanas are there. Somebody is saying 72,000, 65,000 asanas are there. But currently we are practicing only a few tens of or hundreds of asanas only. We are not practicing something more. If you do asanas, definitely you will get help. There is no doubt. No doubt. You are sure that you will get help whenever you practice any asanas. But the thing is, if you practice asana and if you don't practice yamas and niyamas, then what will happen? Then there is nothing but a leaking part. That picture also I have. I will tell you that what is that leaking part. Which means that in one side we are getting positive energy, the other side we are getting leakage. So what is the result? Result is zero. We don't store anything. We don't utilize the energy we have earned from yoga, or asanas, or meditation, or whatever techniques, or even simple walking. Any simple walking maybe can give you a very good health. Okay, so let me quickly see that. So these are all the chakras, 7 chakras, you may be knowing this. Root chakra, that is Muladhara, that is Swadhisthana and Manipurana. Somebody used to say Swadhisthana is just below the center point. Manipurana is maybe at the central face, and Anahara, heart, and Vishuddhi is neck, thyroid, parathyroid gland, and Ajna is pituitary gland, and Savaskara, pineal gland. Okay, so the glands are there, and okay. So pranayama is very simple. Pranayama is something different from normal breathing exercise. Normal breathing exercise, we just breathe in and breathe out. That's all. In pranayama, the concepts are very simple. We have some timings to breathe in. We have some time to hold the breath inside. We have some timing to breathe out. That means we have some time to hold the breath outside. That is Kumbhagam, Resanam, Kumbhagam, Purakam, and Kumbhagam rendered Ul Kumbhagam, Veli Kumbhagam. So that is the concept of pranayama. So that is how much is the timing. Suppose for 7 seconds you have to inhale, and 10 seconds you have to hold the breath inside, and 7 seconds or 14 seconds you have to exhale. And then for outside Kumbhagam, you have to place for 5 to 10 seconds. So every formulas are there. This formulas defines what is a particular pranayama. So that is the basic of pranayama. Pranayama is increases a lot of advantages we have. Simply, this is the concept behind the pranayama. And pratyahara. Pratyahara is nothing but we have 5 senses: skin, todunarchi, suvai, smell, and kaal. 5 senses we have. No? So all 5 senses, by using these 5 senses, we are communicating to the outer world. Without these 5 senses, we cannot communicate. Suppose if I want to taste the smell, I have to spend some of my energy to taste whether this sweet or bitter. Isn't it? Similarly, if I am seeing you, which means that I am spending so much of my biomagnetic field, and I am spending, therefore I understand these people are sitting in this hall. So that is called as the energy. So pratyahara is nothing but control of all these things. 5 senses we are controlling. Wherever is required, we can see. I remember one thing. One of my uncle is having a welding workshop. You know, while you are doing welding, you have a mirror. Isn't it? You will see that how exactly the buildings are taking place. So he was doing the same work without that mirror, because without that mirror you have very high intensity light will be there, so that will spoil your eyesight. So I was wondering how he was doing this. So what he has done, he was simply taking the rod into the junction, and just he simply closes his eyes and he performs welding. He took out. So it was I was simply, it was a wonderful thing for me, because he just have 100% control over his mind, his eyes, and his action, what he does. Okay? So simply something like this. So all 5 senses, you can ask me whether we don't have do we have control over all 5 senses? Yes or no? That you have to decide. When you feel that you are having this thought, when you are able to switch off the television and go to bed, then you have a control over your body. Okay, okay, let me see this and then think of this later. When you don't have, that means you don't have control over your body. Suppose if you are able to control over all the 5 senses, okay, if you are taking food, you feel that okay, the taste is very good, but I cannot digest something more than this, let me stop. If you are able to do it, then you have control over the senses. Otherwise, you have no control over the sense what you have. Am I right? So that is called as pratyahara. If you have control over all the 5 senses, then it is called as pratyahara. If you can do that, then you can go to the next level. Then dharana. Dharana is a simple thing. You might have heard that if you want to practice meditation, white paper block thoughts. You concentrate on a simple block thought to improve your concentration. So that is nothing but dharana, concentrating at a particular object. Whether it can be a block thought or it can be something else. That is dharana. And if you are able to do the same dharana inside your body, then it is called as meditation. Dharana is nothing but you are concentrating your mind at a particular point outside the body for a few seconds. Suppose if you are able to do the same thing inside your body. Inside we have body, what do we have? We have 7 main chakras. If you are able to do 7 chakras meditation or 9 center meditation or lot of meditation techniques are there. Everything are within you only. It's a journey inside. It's a journey inside. So if you are able to do that, then it is called as dhyana, meditation. If you say that if you are able to do it for a longer time period, the extended meditation is nothing but samadhi. Extended meditation is samadhi. You might have heard that Ramakrishna Paramahamsa or Ramana Maharishi, they were in samadhi stage for hours together. They don't know the people whether people who are sitting around them, they do not know whether the person is alive or died. That much is the very high concentration they may have. The high stage of meditation they have, that is called as this. This is what is the linking part. Okay, if you ask me that without yamas and niyamas, I am able to practice meditation, I am able to practice asanas, then it is nothing but the linking part. One side, because of asanas and because of meditation, a lot of energies are poured inside. because of EMAs and EMAs are not being followed, it will come out through the folds, that's all. So, but at the time being, temporarily you may feel relief, you may get some health benefit, sure, no doubt. But I request you not to do yoga for health. Because if you say that I have this problem, I have diabetes, I have a particular problem, I wanted to practice yoga, even you may also have some program for that, like that. But that is not the main intention of yoga. The main intention of yoga is something different. Okay? So main intention of yoga is something different. So if you practice yoga for a particular health benefit, that is like you have a very big computer, super fast computer, there is a latest Core i7 processor you have, and you are simply saying, sir, this laptop is working it is doing very good addition and subtraction. When you say that, what I can say? So similarly, when you say, so many, the yoga can give you so many things. The health is a very minor thing which you can benefit out of yoga. So please do not have any predefined expectation when you are learning any type of yoga. Suppose if you say, after practicing a particular yoga, I have reduced my BP or I have reduced a particular disease, then that is not the purpose of yoga. Okay, that is the minimum guarantee you can give, one can give, so that you get out of that particular problem. So please practice all the 8 steps parallelly. See, in those days, I told you that Vana Prasada is there. That is the people who go to forest and they learn a lot of yoga techniques from the saints. The saints will not teach them immediately. So what they do is, they just test the disciples in different ways. So immediately they don't teach everything. So after the certain periods only, they just say, okay, this fellow is eligible to learn. Then they teach something. But nowadays, we don't have time. Isn't it? So therefore what is being done is, we are requested to follow all the 8 parts of the asanas parallelly. Today itself we want to start the yoga practice. We start yamas, niyamas, asanas, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Samadhi can come later. Dhyana, samadhi can come later. But you are not able to complete this in your life. Similarly, these 4 types of yoga I told you. 4 types of yoga. There is Jnana Yoga is still pending. This is there in Tamil. I'll send this presentation in email so that you can understand something better. Jnana Yoga is nothing but only intellectual things. There are people who will be studying a lot of philosophical books. There are people who can learn philosophical things from the movies also. Particularly recently, I'm very fortunate to see a lot of movies nowadays. Like from the movies they can learn, they can be influenced a lot. Recently I saw a short film in YouTube, and then I pasted a relax in my bike. In front and back you can see relax. That is because of the inspiration I got it from a short movie which I saw in YouTube. Similarly, a person, Jnana Yoga, the person who is in Jnana Yoga will always think of very good things. He can learn the good things from their neighbors, from their co-workers, from the subordinates, everybody. And he can also learn it from the things which we now